Okay, so I figured I'd make a little video on how Essence Drain works at this point in the league. The league is now 2-3 days old, and I'm pretty much running around in self-found gear still. I've bought some pieces to balance out my resists, and obviously I've bought my allelopathy. I'm just using a really bad dagger still. I'm using it for the attack speed and mana. It's nice because it's fast for mapping while still providing some offense and defense relative to Bright Beak, which is just fast and nothing more. The important thing I wanted to highlight is that since I don't have Breath of the Council yet, my Blight is nearly 5 casts per second and the debuff doesn't last for 4 seconds. So by just standing still and nothing else affecting me, I am not able to get 20 stacks, even though I have the potency of wheel in the passive tree. So when I use a movement skill, I get high enough cast speed to reach max stack, but then I also need to stop channeling to use a cast every now and then. So if I do a contagion and a shield charge, I have enough casts per second to reach max stack, but during boss fights you have to move all the time and stuff like that, so that just means that Breath of the Council will be a huge upgrade for me. And I'll run a tier 9 map, because that was the highest that I had, just to show off performance with abysses, stuff like that. So basically, just find some white mobs, apply an Essence Drain to them, and then the Essence Drain will spread throughout the abyss really nicely on its own, and you can just focus on channeling Blight into the rares. When you see the blade falls, obviously you move away and stuff like that. And with the Wither Totem, well, Wither nerf, I'm just using 3 links for my Wither Totem, which will also get way better when I eventually get my Breath of the Council, due to the duration being kind of bad at the moment. So for abysses, Flame Dash comes really handy, since in maps like Vault, it can get too narrow to comfortably move past the hole that's being created in the ground. Nice. And well, shield charge and normal movement will get you just stuck, so flame dash is basically the only way to get past and not die. long as I just apply my essence drain to one rare white mob, you can see that I don't really have to think about any of the smaller enemies. And I can only focus the yellow ones, which makes the Abyss experience very nice as Essence Drain. In my opinion, that is. I haven't had time to play any other build yet. Jesus Christ.
Need a map?
Yeah. Ah, that's really nice for a starting character.
Stay safe.
So yeah, obviously during a map, when you shield charge, you have arcane surge up all the time, you have frenzy charges and everything. You will reach full maximum blight stacks really easily, but the problem starts appearing when you fight bosses for a little while. You can see on the map boss like this, it's no problem since I maintain my charges throughout the fight. But once you start fighting serious stuff with more phases and all that jazz, you will start running into troubles, and that is when you want Breath of the Council. So for just general mapping, get a Sai or a Bright Beak and go zoom really fast, but Breath of the Council will be an extreme upgrade once you get further into the content.